What if the future of food safety was made and funded in Ontario? And what if that innovation allowed us to sanitize food without water?
I'm Professor Keith Warriner. I'm in the Department of Food Science at the University of Guelph. So the problem we're trying to solve is the ongoing problem of food safety. And when we first started, there was a big issue about fresh produce, fruit and vegetables. They were getting implication outbreaks of E. coli 157, which is potentially deadly, salmonella, which is potentially deadly. Now, we did a project before it came to Guelph about washing, and we found it didn't work. Basically, it was more likely to cross-contaminate. So we knew that we needed an alternative. I was working on a project where we were using lasers to sterilize packaging material, drinking cartons and things like that. And I was thinking, why don't people apply this to foods? No one's done it before. That's what we did.
The technology works sort of as this 3-ingredient recipe: hydrogen peroxide, UV, and ozone. And the 3 combine within the chamber to create these radicals, hydroxyl radicals, that work to deactivate any bacteria on the surface of whatever goes in the chamber.
For years, we actually did figure, how can we take this box we have into a commercial unit? And that's where the collaborating partner came in.
I approached Ontario Ministry of Agriculture and Food to say, can you help us solve a problem of listeria on apples? We were put in touch with Dr. Keith Warriner at the University of Guelph, and from there, CleanWorks was invented and born.
It's like the bridge to take research from a lab and apply it to a problem which has been identified in industry. And so with that funding, you get seed funding, which then you go to other places to attract more funding so you can afford a graduate student or a postdoctoral researcher to actually undertake the research.
So this funding really benefits the students and the researchers involved in these projects. It really opens up all of these avenues for different opportunities. We really do fuel our research and our objectives off of OMAFA funding.
Once we realized this technology is extremely powerful on eggs, we asked, would you be able to fund this technology, fund the science behind this technology so that we can take it to the next level? And they came on board, and it's been a really great marriage.
So they actually took our product, contaminated it with listeria, and sanitized it through the CleanWorks system. And that was the proof that we needed to go back into business. And then what we've discovered is actually extends our shelf life at retail by utilizing that technology, because we've eliminated all pathogens.
So the industry, and not just in Canada, but in the US, are very interested in this technology, because what people are doing now is testing for pathogens on frozen vegetables and that. So that's an interesting application I wouldn't have thought of, to be honest, but OMAFA had that because they had a research priority saying, how do we get rid of viruses and protozoan on frozen vegetables? There you are.
We are working now on technology pre-harvest that will help reduce molds and mildews and pathogens even before the product is picked and packed and shipped out to the consumer.
I, for sure, would never grow without it. It just gives us that confidence in food safety levels that we've proven time and time again.
Backed by government funding, this homegrown technology is on its way to improving food safety and showing the world the power of Ontario innovation.